Okay, let me see. Just need to do make sure it's on live. So where you are calling from? Okay, let me just quickly to be sure. Recording. I just need to do share screen. Okay, live stream. Oh, live stream is not, doesn't seem to be. Just give me one moment so that make sure that it will be my TLS coach. Weight loss and wellness, TLS coach weight loss and wellness. So if you have Facebook, you can always go back there to watch the live streaming as well. Okay, it's going a little slow. And if you can actually pop into the group chat for me as well, what are you expecting to learn during this session? I would love to hear from you. So put it into the group chat. What are you expecting to learn? Okay, so spring, slim down, go live. I think we're now officially live on Facebook. Great, we are now. Okay. All right. Welcome everybody. It's wonderful to see you all. Let me just quickly take a look. It looks like we've got quite a number of people on this call right now. And of course, being a Sunday, I really would like to applaud you because, you know, the fact that you're on shows that you're someone that is willing to take your health and your weight management very seriously. And so Kitty Chang is my name for those of you who don't know me. I'm a published author and certified nutritionist and a health coach. And I have really spent about 10 years of you know, the last 10 years in the health industry. And I love working in my business with wellness and weight management. In fact, I always say it's, to me, not just a business, it's a mission, it's a calling, it's something that really, you know, helps me to live a significant and life that, you know, make a difference in people. And that is what I love about being, you know, a certified nutritionist, a TLS health coach as well. So I specializing in using nutrition, mindset, and education through the Transitions Lifestyle System to help people reach their wellness and weight loss goals. And my personal ethos is that, you know, your first wealth is your health. Because if you don't have any health, then, you know, doesn't matter how much money you have, it's still not meaningful. And just by way of introduction, tell you a little bit about my own story. My dad actually was a very, very successful and wealthy businessman in Hong Kong. But, you know, he would be working 80 to 100 hours a week to the point that he was so exhausted, he was unwell, and he was overweight. And he died of cancer when he was only 52, and we were all only teenagers, and my mom was only in her late 40s, you see. So I can't even imagine, like, you know, my mom was my age when my dad passed away. And the fact of the matter is, really, yes, my dad had a lot of financial resources, but he wasn't healthy. And that really got me into thinking about the importance of health, and further led me into having this passion about living a healthy lifestyle. And so that's why my ethos is, you know, your health is your wealth. Do you agree? If any one of you agree with me, then perhaps you can just pop it into the group chat. Yes, that you feel, you know, health and wealth are important, you know. And also, of course, now more than ever during these COVID times, I would like to connect with and support and serve anyone who is finding it challenging to stay on track and keep in check with their weight and wellness goals as well. So really, you know, I just like to welcome everybody today. You know, today we have quite a number of people. Majority would be from Australia, because this is the campaign Spring Slim Down, a Spring into Action, while we're having spring over here in Australia. Majority of you would be from Australia, but I know that I've got some friends that are from Asia Pacific, from Singapore and Malaysia as well, so welcome also. And as I mentioned, you know, feel free to type into the group chat any question that you may have. And then I would like to consider this not just sort of like a little webinar, but we're getting together and hanging out for what I like to call this a TLS party. Do you like that? TLS party? Because to me, really, it's not only about meeting to learn something. Yeah, that's important. But I always, you know, remember one of my very favorite doctors, her name is Deirdre Mason, always says, you know, community builds immunity. While a lot of us in Melbourne here are still in lockdown, and we actually feel like we haven't been able to see people face to face, yet meetings like this through Zoom, you know, we are able to help one another and, you know, support one another. So here we go. Our TLS party officially gets started. So let me just share my screen. All right. If Charmaine, you can just tell me, can you see my screen there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Great, thanks, Charmaine. Okay, so let me just get started. Hang on, I'm just moving this for some reason, the mouse. Okay. Oh, my laptop seems to be a bit frozen. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Okay, let's have a second try. Okay, Charmaine, can you see?
Yes.
Good, okay. All right, so let's make it full screen. All right, so today what we're all about here is what we call your guide to a healthy weight. And we're going to be launching a very exciting campaign called Spring Slim Down, which is basically for those of us in Australia, we're actually into spring, heading to summer soon. We want to actually have a campaign where you'll be able to participate with us in this program to support one another. So with TLS, which stands for Transitions Lifestyle System, you actually have the opportunity to go through healthy weight, because when we think about healthy weight, it's actually not just you know, about the numbers on the scale. It's also about the body composition, lean muscle mass, and you're looking at your best and what you are, you know, doing that you can feeling your best as well. You have great energy, and overall a healthy body or a healthy weight really doesn't carry excess body fat as well. So let's take a look a little bit, you know, why we are all struggling with weight. I mean, majority of people actually in this day and age would be struggling. And you can see here, what are some of those reasons? And if you can relate to any of that, maybe you can just pop it into the group chat and tell me what are some of your struggle. So first of all, you know, too much to do for everyone else. And that seems to be the case, you know, for a lot of people. I mean, we have this culture of helping others and forget about ourselves. So that's why, self-care is so important. But if you actually do so much for others and forget about yourself, then it's very easy, for us then to not be in a healthy state. What about you don't like to eat, or you don't have time to eat or exercise? Well, if that's the case, then perhaps that is something that will not be helpful, because of course exercise is an important part of us being healthy and manage our weight as well. And so maybe for you, and you can go ahead and raise your webinar or Zoom chat and let us know if that's the case. Okay, so then what about prone to skipping meals? I know that because a lot of people are busy, they might not be spending a lot of time preparing meals, or they even skip meals. And the other reason is spend a lot of time at work. How many alcoholic here? Raise your hands if you're alcoholic. Well, I, for one, have to admit I am. I've been actually, a recovering alcoholic. I still am, if I'm not careful, spend a lot of time, for my business and for my work as well. And for people like us, who is actually, work too much, at times it can be very easy for us to struggle with our weight because we don't look after our food as well. And of course, make poor food choices, like having fast food so that we can just be really quickly getting the meals over and done with. What about eating too much and too often? How many of you experience that? And I know that a lot of us really love eating, and if you love eating, of course, then it's easy to actually get into the habit of eating too much and too often. And of course, out of control cravings is actually a norm for a lot of people, because of the fact that there are so many things out there that seems to be yummy but not healthy, including soda, like soft drinks and alcohol. They can be addictive, and especially those diet soda soft drinks. So those are the things that can be struggles that we experience knowingly or unknowingly, that cause us to actually have issues with our weight or body fat. What about stress? How many of you actually are stressed out? Right, this year, 2020, being the year of the pandemic COVID, seriously, is, I would say, to me anyway, one of the most stressful years, especially now we have been locked down for quite a while now. And so we really need to address that, because if we are stressed, in fact, we talk about factors, and stress is actually one of the major ones. And when we are stressed, then, our body, has cortisol hormone that's produced when we're stressed, and it will be dripping consistently into our bloodstream and can prevent us from losing weight, and also prevent us from having healthy weight as well. And anybody try diets? Fat diets out there. There are a lot of people who've tried many other different types. I'm sure you have, some of you might have as well, but nothing has worked, or some of them have worked for a little while, but then you've gained back the weight. There's this thing called yo-yo dieting, which means that you might have lost some weight through some type of diet, but then, you lose, you gain again, you lose, you gain again. What that means is you will then have the issue of losing your, metabolism rate. And a lot of times, I always say to my students and clients that don't even talk about diets, because the word diets, the first 3 letters starts with die. Because really, we shouldn't be looking at short-term diet, but to actually live a lifestyle. So that's why TLS stands for Transitions Lifestyle System. And there are so many different things like cabbage soup, or like any other things that are not necessarily healthy at all. And it's very easy for us to fall off the wagon when we do that. So now next, what I'd like to discuss with you is your goals, because at the center of everything is a why. If you have a why, then, you'll be able to do the things that you want to achieve. So are your goals to lose weight? If so, how much? Have control over food, or do you actually have more energy? You may not be even overweight, but then you want to have more energy, be healthier, be stronger and leaner. Or you might be an athlete, or like, doing a lot of exercise and be quite fit already, but you also want to have more muscle mass, lean muscle mass, performance, endurance, and recovery. TLS can help you with that as well. So that's why when you think about transition lifestyle system, it's not only just helping you to lose weight or body fat, it's also being able to help a lot of the athletes, that to increase, their endurance and performance as well. So that's why I would love for you to think about it right now. Why are your goals so important and what are they? Because if you have those goals in mind, when you get into the program and this campaign, then, you will be able to actually have more, discipline and motivation to do it as well. And think about also, how will your life be different when you achieve your goals? Let's say you have 5 kilos, 10 kilos to lose, like how many centimeters or percentage of body fat to lose, more energy, how would you feel? There are many people, even, older generations that I've coached, like in their 60s, they would say, well, if I could actually spend time and, with my grandchildren and play with them, being able to go up and down the stairs and like all that kind of thing, and wear my skinny jeans or like my black dress, and all that thing is very important to them. So then, yeah, that would be something I'd like for you to think about as well, because if you are able to have your goals, then, the how would take care of itself. Now, another very important thing is to understand that boosting metabolism is the way to go, because you actually are not only thinking about losing weight, because when you lose weight, you can be losing, water, you can be losing muscle, which is not good, because diets actually cause us to lose muscle. And it looks like when you look on the scale, yeah, I'm happy because I've lost weight, but in fact, they're not the right kind of weight. If you don't drink enough water, if you lose muscle, the scales may tell you that, you've lost kilos, right? However, that's not healthy, because that's not the right kind of weight. Muscle dictates metabolism. That's why we need to boost it. And we're losing fat and not muscle, because the less muscle that you have, then the slower your metabolism. The more you have, the stronger your metabolism. And that is very important to understand. So with our TLS, it's for everybody and anybody. So as I mentioned, it's not only for those that want to lose weight. For people like myself, I've been in my ideal weight and body composition for a while now. I still live my lifestyle TLS, because it's the most customizable, comprehensive weight management program available to everyone and anyone. As I mentioned, even if you're fit, even you're an athlete, you can actually improve your, muscle mass, your bone mass, your performance, all of those things that TLS can offer. So let me just spend a little bit of time looking at the chat before I continue, because I seem to see that there are a lot of people chatting away. So I can see that many people say that, yes, they want to actually, achieve their, different goals, like continued learning and support, improve metabolism. Absolutely everyone would like to be improving their health, and health is wealth. Everyone agrees with me, which I'm very happy to hear, because seriously, if we are not healthy, it doesn't matter how much money we have, it's still not ideal, seriously. And my dad was a classic example, as I share that. And yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to all of my guests and everyone who are my business buddies as well, and my team. So wonderful to see all of you here. All right, so basically, if you can actually just keep chatting over here and share a little bit about your experience, I will be very happy at my own leisure time to come back to your chat to have some interaction with you. Thank you, Ian. Happy Sabbath to you as well. All right, so let's have a look. Next, we have the idea, for you to understand that TLS is very special. The reason is we don't have to count calories, because many programs out there in the markets needs us to count kilojoule or calorie. In fact, that is not the best way to do it. You know why? Because a piece of banana or a piece of cupcake can have the same calories, but they have very different calories. So we need to actually eat the right kind of foods and not just count calories. And of course, real food, is very important. As I mentioned, it's customizable. So it's not one size fits all. It's not like everyone goes through the same thing. You can actually, be personalized to the specific menu plan, recipes, exercise plan, mindset training, all the different behavior modification for you as well. And the good thing about TLS is very affordable. There are so many programs out there are extremely, extremely expensive without even having coaches like myself and others to help you. Yet, with TLS is really affordable, and you'll find out. Now, there are 4 pillars, and we call them the components of TLS that are here. Number 1 is low glycemic impact eating. With this is actually 40 to 50 years of research all around the world that actually proves that it is really the healthiest way to eat. In fact, all the low glycemic impact, there was a conference that started off this where health professionals, practitioners from all sorts of different backgrounds, like GP, chiropractors, nutritionists, dietitians, all sorts, naturopaths, got together, and they were very concerned about, the diabetes rampantness in the world. So they've sort of had this discussion and find that really low glycemic impact eating is the way that everyone can actually get involved, whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, it doesn't matter. It's the best way to help you to eat healthily, because it helps you to stabilize your blood sugar throughout your day so that your body is actually in a fat burning mode. Now, number 2 pillar of the TLS is body composition. We focus on fat loss instead of weight loss. And we also encourage people to live an active lifestyle, and, exercise are very vital. And we talk about body composition as in not just the numbers on the scale. We talk about, body fat, visceral fat, metabolic age, your muscle mass, your water percentage, etc. All of that constitutes to a healthy body composition. Then number 3 pillar of TLS is science-based supplementation. Now, many people say, well, if I do exercise and if I eat healthy, then I'm okay. I don't need any kind of supplements. However, really, because of the fact that there are a lot of lacking of nutrients in, the farming, especially now in Australia, we're very depleted in our soil. And not only that, there are a lot of hormonal issues that people cannot actually just get to their healthy weight with the help of exercise or food. So scientific supplementations are there to help accelerate your results. And we have so many different ones that address different parts of the journey to your optimal health and your weight goals as well. Then the number 4 pillar, which I personally think is in fact the most important, is education. Because you don't know what you don't know. Knowledge is power. When we understand why we are doing what we are doing, then we can actually have that permanent change and positive change as well. Because if you don't know, there are so many myths out there. I mean, if you just go on Google and or read books, there are so many so-called diet trends, nutrition advice and all that, but majority of those are not scientific based. What we have with TLS is truly scientific backed and clinically studied education, where we have fully trained, certified weight loss and wellness trainer to help you with that. So coaches as well as trainers. So education is the 4th pillar. Now, these 4 components of TLS is able to help you then to achieve your wellness and weight management goals that we will just go through with you in a brief summary. But if you're going to be doing our program in the campaign, then you will get to know a lot more in details. Okay, so now, first up, low glycemic impact eating. Now, low glycemic impact eating is really the actual epitome of healthy eating, because if you can lead a low glycemic impact lifestyle, even people that I've worked with that have diabetes type 2 have been able to really reverse and have a better result and not having to be, taking insulin injection or even medication, because of the fact that, it's quite simple for you to actually live that lifestyle when you are actually in the, you can see here, the blue zone, the 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, that is where the blood sugar level allows you to be in a fat burning zone. Now, when you're in a fat burning zone, then your blood sugar level is actually at a balance. When that happens, then of course, you won't be actually having that, sapping of energy or high sugar level that will cause you to be going into a fat burning as well, to store fat. So that's why if you go on to 4 and 5, which is, a result of having a lot of those high sugar level, high GI foods, causing you to then leave the blue zone to the red zone, then you will have a sapping of energy and get into what we call a fat storage zone. And you don't want to have fat storage zone simply because, of course, you don't want to have, mid-session or visual fat all around your organs, or at best, you just have, like maybe a more a belly fat, but at worst, you even have, type 2 diabetes, and people actually have been able to use low glycemic impact eating for all sorts of really, really good ways to help people lose weight, as well as, improve their health condition. So that's why this is the first pillar. A balanced diet of low to medium GI foods can help you to get back on track to find your fit. When we talk about find your fit in TLS, Transition Lifestyle System here, we're talking about individual find your fit, because everyone is different. Some people, as I mentioned, they may be athletes, they already are very fit and healthy. All they want is just to have better, endurance and performance and more muscle mass. Others may have a lot of body weight to lose, or body fat, then, that kind of find your fit will be different. That's why with TLS, we are very comprehensive and customizable for individual needs. And so that, when you are able to find out your profile, then we can help you with that. Now, we have different educational tools that are available. We have an amazing TLS journal that I highly recommend everyone to get, because in there you have the opportunity to learn as well as, track your progress. And we have an amazing online presence through social media, as well as our website as well. So for those of you who are guests, welcome again. I would like you to actually be assured that, the tlsslim.com website I've put up here is actually just a generic one. Make sure that you go to the person who invited you to this particular Zoom meeting and get their specific website, so that you can actually go in to learn more about, the TLS program. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, well, Kitty, you're a nutritionist. Do you feel that nutrition alone, or nutrition plus exercise alone, is enough to actually have a healthy lifestyle? Well, let me tell you, even though I am a certified nutritionist and I take it very seriously, my nutrition and my exercise, I would say no, it's not enough, because as I mentioned already, in today's day and age, we have so many different factors that deplete our bodies of nutrients. I mean, as it is in Australia, we have very depleted soil. By the time we have, the fruits and vegetables that are from the farm to, let's say, supermarket or markets, a lot of those nutrients have been already depleted. And when they are in supermarket, like, I've got friends that work in Woolworths, they say that a lot of those vegetables and fruits, or even meat, have been put into, frozen refrigerator for like weeks before they come out. So imagine all of that means a lot of the nutrients that are supposed to be in those vegetables or fruit have already gone way down. That's why we cannot just rely on nutrition or food from, getting what we need. And of course, stress, smoking, alcohol, poor dietary choices. Not everyone would choose enough fruits and vegetables. We need, at least 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables every day to have enough the vital chemicals. So sun exposure, environmental pollution, all of that really cause us to have a depletion of the important nutrients in our body. And you know, the recommended daily intake are not meant to provide you with the amount of nutrients that you need. A lot of times when you look at some of the labels of our food, oh, well, you have this RDI, but really that is the minimum amount that will stop you from getting certain disease. But then we don't want to only just avoid disease, right? We want to have optimal health, right? How many of you here want to have optimal health? If you do, then RDI is certainly not enough. And again, today's fruits and vegetables have 59% less nutrients value than 40 years ago. No wonder now so many of us are struggling with lack of energy. We don't have enough healthy lifestyle, our fitness and our weight we struggle with. That's why, as I mentioned, nutrition and exercise alone are not enough. So what are the answers? Well, that would be, as I mentioned, you know, the third pillar of our TLS, which is the scientific supplementation. Of course, here you've got, you know, a whole plethora of different supplements available. Not to say that you have to take every single one of us in this slide. We need to find your fit by addressing your specific needs or your specific struggles. So that's why we always have this find your fit system where, you know, some people might need more than the others depending on your struggles. So let me just go through some of them with you. So here are some of the most important and crucial elements of nutritional supplements that I would highly recommend people to consider if you want to have optimal health and if you want to reach your wellness and weight loss goals. First up is Isotonic Isochrome. Now, Isochrome is the most complete chromium supplement with a combination of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, coenzyme Q10. This really help a lot of people, especially people that have high sugar level or even, you know, cholesterol, to be able to support their energy level as well as the blood sugar level maintain to a balanced, you know, stage. What Isochrome does is really help improve, you know, also the weight management programs because it will actually curb our appetites. Many of my TLS clients find that they love their carbs, they love, you know, their sugar. When they actually have Isochrome, that can really help curb their appetite towards this, you know, starches, the carbs or sugary food or sweet food. So that is the first one that I would recommend. The other one is multivitamin. Of course, multivitamin is something that we all need because, as I mentioned, there's no way that you would be every day eating 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables anyway. But even if you do, a lot of them would be depleted. So you won't be having enough of the nutrients that are supposed to be provided within those 5 to 9 servings. Now, without Isotonics multivitamin, the reason why it's actually superior is because ISO is the same. Tonics is fluid pressure, which is the type of supplements that I personally advocate as a certified nutritionist. And the reason is because it's got a higher bioavailability. When you drink it's actually a powder base. So I've got an example here, like, can you see the multivitamin? So when you drink it, it's actually a powder base. You then put 60 ml of water with, you know, a capful with the powder, and then you can just drink it. It will go into your stomach within minutes rather than like if tablets, it will take like 40 minutes to hours. And not only that, it will actually go through a whole process of digestion. Whereas with the Isotonics, it just goes past the stomach and then being absorbed into your bloodstream really quickly. So with the multivitamin, it actually helps you with healthy body weight as well. Now, our all-star flagship supplement is Isotonics OPC3, which is the purple one. It's really, really powerful because it's got what we call pycnogenol in it. And I don't have much time to go through each of this, but if you want to know more, you can obviously contact me or the person who invited you. But this one, I really, really would highly recommend every person who breathes. That means every single one of you on this call should take, because it actually fights free radical. Now, what is free radicals? Free radicals are the things that are actually always constantly attacking our billions of cells. So if to think about what a free radical free radical does as opposed to how isotonics is helping us. It's when you think about when you have an apple or a banana in your kitchen, and so if you haven't eaten them for like a week, what happens? It becomes rusty or brown, doesn't it, right? So it's the same thing with us. If we don't actually look after our health or our skin or our body, then free radicals attack means that we will get to have worse skin, like overweight or all the degenerative diseases, whatever it is, then OPC3 can help to neutralize that. So really with Pycnogenol, it's the best, and it's also amazing in detoxing and cleansing of our body. And the other thing is the nutrition shake. As I mentioned, it's got 18 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber. It's got 2 amazing, flavors of creamy vanilla and beautiful chocolate as well. And so these are the different things that I would highly recommend that you consider as you go through your healthy journey, because, with the nutrition shake, you have the fiber and protein. In TLS, we have this saying, fiber and protein in every meal makes weight loss no big deal, every meal. So that's why if you don't actually have enough fiber or protein, then of course, even just having protein as a snack is something that I highly recommend. And we have what we call a shaking and baking recipes booklet that you can get access to as well. And you can ask me for it or the person who invited you. All right, so next I'd like to share with you about some of the other products in a really quick manner. And one of them is what we call Trim Tea. The other is Trim Cafe. Now, Trim Tea is basically a very healthy thermal tea that it's only 2 ingredients, the African mango seed stem as well as black tea. But what it does is really able to help our body to curb our appetite, to also improve our metabolism. So many people drink this trim tea. Even a lot of ladies, let's say they've just given birth, they're not able to do strenuous exercise to lose weight. So post-baby fat, then they just drink this trim tea and have minimal exercise, maybe just go for a walk 3 times a week rather than doing strenuous exercise. They are still able to lose weight. So Trim Tea is the tea, which is my favorite. And then there's Trim Cafe, which is the coffee equivalent of it as well. And of course, with the nutrition shake, you can actually make all sorts of different yumminess. Like I love the nutrition shake with blueberries, with bananas, and you can actually mix that into a blender. Or if you like, you can just have the shake. For me, I like to have a combination of the vanilla and the chocolate with just water, and you can just mix it and drink it very, very quick and easy, but at the same time provides you with the protein and fiber that you need to be healthy. So now I'd like to invite 3 of my previous students who have been doing the TLS programs, different programs with me, and have had good results. And I'd like for you to share their success stories. So before I do that, I'm just gonna stop share so that I can actually have my very first TLS client and student, Brian Luck. Brian, if I can just get you to unmute yourself and share your experience with TLS and why you think that is so good for you.
Yep. Hi guys. Yeah, I jumped on the TLS wagon in February this year with Kitty, and I had very conservative goals originally because previous, I'd say, sorry Kitty, I'll say diets just didn't work. But yeah, I found in the first program I pretty much met my goal in about 6 weeks, which was remarkable. I'd lost 6 kilograms. I was really only wanting to lose that much in 6 months, and I'd lost it in 6 weeks, and it just continued. It kept working. I found that I just learned about nutrition, the carbs. I used to love just bread and rice, and I still do, but I found ways to get around that now, and to keep myself full, not hungry. And yeah, I just continued to learn. the egg and veggie omelette is a really good meal that I've learnt along the way. And I'd also say what's really helped me is this, that as Kitty has talked about the journal, for me, it's really helped me just be, when I fill out what I eat each day, it just makes me realize what I've eaten, and when I've eaten well, when I've eaten things I could probably do better with, and it just makes you accountable and helps you improve. And it's okay when you don't do so well. That's the reality, and but you can improve. And the journal also has ways to look at what you struggle with, and then what to do about it and how you can improve on that. I really like how it does that. And another thing about TLS is the community. You jump on board with a team, and you can share meals, you can support each other, encourage each other with what you're eating, and maybe some exercise tips. And it's just good to have that community to be involved with, and you can learn. And your coach is on there too. I've had Kitty being my coach on board, just helping me and encouraging me along the way. And I'm able to ask all sorts of questions, probably challenged her quite a few times with my questions, but she doesn't mind. And
I love it.
another thing I just want to finish with is my two young girls have noticed that I've just got so much more energy this year in comparison with previous years. And yeah, I would put that to TLS. And also I would say the supplements too have made a really big difference to my immunity and energy level. So yeah, lots of what I've heard Kitty say today is all true. And yeah, it's just been really helpful, really beneficial for me. And I'm going to jump on board the next group, which is starting in a couple of weeks. And yeah, I can't wait to do that and to continue on the journey.
Great. Thank you, Brian. Brian actually has lost more than 15, 20 kilos, more than 15, yeah, throughout.
Yeah, that's right.
And give and take, but then also many more centimeters and inches, which is even more important, because we always talk about it's not only just about the numbers on the scale as kilos, but you can see his before and after photo. I don't have time today to go through all of that because I've got a lot of content to be covering, but you see his before and after. Oh my goodness, you can see how much just within a few months only he was overweight. Now he's actually at his ideal weight already. So thank you, Brian. So next up, I've got a really dear friend of mine that I've known for years, Sarah Gardner, who has been my fellow TLS coach, and she and her husband have actually been on our latest 30-day Jumpstart, which is a very new program that we've started just this year, and got really good results. So Sarah, can you share with us, please?
Hi, Kitty. Hi, everyone. So just like everybody else, you know, I needed a little bit of a kick in the pants from a bit of isolation and working in the liquor industry. I tend to get too many free drinks. So I decided in June that I was going to do Kitty's July, what was the July one called? It was a
30-day Jumpstart, yes.
Yeah, so the 30-day Jumpstart, I thought that was a great idea. It would help me, you know, the gyms had been sort of closed and we weren't allowed to do anything in Melbourne, so it was a good sort of kickstart.
Yeah.
I did get, I'll be honest, very scared when Kitty said no, no sugar, no bread, no pasta, all of the things that I really love to eat, she'd put in the no basket. So that really scared me at the start. And to be honest, I thought I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't do this. And then I realized I had to change my mindset, which is something that Kitty tells us all to work on. So for me, it was, I'm going to take this one day at a time, and I'm going to find things that are good alternates for what I really love to eat.
Yes. So
instead of eating pasta, I would eat pulse pasta, which is made from like chickpeas and things like that.
Yes.
So make a really nice pasta sauce myself. And then you would feel very full, but the next day your body would not feel that heavy, horrible bloating that you get from when you eat too much pasta. Instead of eating rice, I was eating cauliflower rice, which was quite strange to get used to at the start, but same sort of concept, like it was quite filling.
Yes.
And you're eating so much vegetables that you don't realize you're eating.
Exactly.
So we did lots of things like that. And we spent our time, well, at the start, we were allowed to go to the gym for maybe 6 days. And then we went into lockdown again, which was horrible, still horrible. So we've tried to incorporate exercise as well, because we just felt that even though we were eating really well, the only way we were really going to kick up the pace for what we wanted from our body was to do some exercise. So we do combinations of, sometimes we do HIIT training, sometimes we'll do like body combat or like a YouTube
Nice.
workout. And then at least once a week we try and take our 4-year-old son for a bike ride and go down to the football oval and just run around and play on the footy oval just to do stuff. But it's been, you know, it was a great month for me. I had really great results that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I put on 5 kilos of muscle.
Yes.
So I'd lost, like on the scale numbers, I'd lost 2.5 kilos, but I'd actually put on 5 kilos of muscle. So my body really leaned down a lot, and I lost 5 centimeters off my tummy, which just felt so amazing.
Yes.
It was like the best feeling. I was constantly looking at myself in the mirror because
And happy.
I tend to do that a bit more when we start to feel a bit good about ourselves again. So it was really great. My body fat percentage was at 34%, and it actually dropped down to 26% body fat. And I've been able to hold that at 26% through the last 2 months.
Well done.
Really,
Well done, Sarah.
really loved the results that I've got. And
Yes.
like Brian, I'm going to be doing the next 6 weeks as well.
Good. Well, I mean, I have to tell you this, Sarah, I don't know what, I don't think I've told you, but when I was doing this 30-day with you, even though I'm the coach, I was inspired by you and Ben, because Ben, who is Sarah's husband, his before photo is like most people's after photo. He was already like very muscular. He was, for me, what I need is more muscle. So then I was really inspired, because as Brian said, you know, the actual beautiful thing about being in this group environment is you actually get to see each other's progress, right? The exercise. And Sarah used to actually just type it in like every day what she does, you know, what kind of exercise, and she posted it into the Facebook group, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. So I learned from her. So as a result, this is my testimony. I've also you know, increased my muscle mass. My metabolic age was like another 4 years younger in 30 days, which is like, seriously, 30 days can do a lot. But we're going to be going for a 6-week campaign, which is even better. So thank you, Sarah, for sharing.
No worries. And thanks to everybody that was in that 1 month, because they really kept me accountable. I really had to not eat that chocolate bar, because then I had to put it on the page and say to everybody, I ate the chocolate bar. So I was like, I'm not eating the chocolate bar.
So see, Sarah, Brian, I think you can see each other face, like, not face to face, but like here, you were in the same group, but you didn't see each other like, as such.
Oh, okay.
That's the Brian, that's the Sarah, you see?
And I think Charmaine was on it too, because I think she was running a lot. And I was like, I have to exercise because Charmaine's exercising.
Yeah, so Charmaine is the next one who's going to be sharing. So we're running a little bit behind. So Charmaine, maybe 1 minute.
I'll be super quick. Yeah, no, it was amazing. Really great results, both Sarah and Brian. And it was really lovely to be part of the 30-day challenge with you guys. And, you know, like Sarah said, and Brian said, the community aspect, especially during lockdown, has been really important for me, because it was really nice to keep each other motivated and encouraged during that process, and also really get some amazing ideas of things to do, because, you know, you kind of get stuck in doing particular things, and then sometimes having some great ideas of how you can do things differently, or eat things differently, or make, you know, to have different options is really, really great. And you get that sharing as part of that community as well. So the only other thing that I'd like to add as well is the supplements. So the 3 that I really love, Isochrome, that Kitty already mentioned, amazing. I'm a massive sweet tooth, struggle with sugar, and isochrome has really helped me sort of calm that down. I definitely don't crave it as much, and so that's been a huge help for anybody who's got a sweet tooth. I'd highly recommend that. And Trim Tea is one of my favorites. Super easy to take. It's really, really easy to drink. I love it so much. I have twice a day, every day. And it's been the one thing that has kept my, the sort of weight that I lost, or centimeters that I lost from that challenge. It's helped me keep that off too. So I really love that. And then the shakes. The shakes are really great because it's just a great substitute. And just adds to that sort of nutritional content that you're getting as well, because it's packed with, all the vitamins and minerals and everything that you need too. So it's just an added boost, which is awesome.
Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. And I love how you constantly go out to track your exercise, which is amazing. And I know that with you, the mindset side of things has really improved even within a few weeks. So that's another thing that we talk about. It's not only just about, the food, the exercise, but the behavior modification through the mindset change, which is part of we've got a comprehensive program, which is 12 weeks. We talk a lot about mindset, talk a lot about how to overcome obstacles and stress related and that kind of thing as well. So if anyone is interested, of course, after doing this 6 weeks, to further on to be, more equipped, then the 12-week would be something I would highly recommend. All right, so let me just get back to the latter part of my presentation so that I can actually share with you this amazing and exciting campaign that we're going to be starting in October, which is the spring slim down and getting summer body ready. All right, so before I do that, I'm going to be sharing with you, as I mentioned, there are different types of program that we offer with TLS because we are customizable to individual needs. So it's not one size fits all. So there's one, if you are quite motivated and dedicated, then rapid results would be pretty good because you can lose up to about 1 kilo average a week. But then it's really a little bit strenuous in the sense that you do need to be restrict, quite a fair bit of your starches, your carbs and stuff like that. However, I know that there are many of us here who love, their carbs or their sugar. Then this short and steady may be, something more lenient or gradual that you can get into as a lifestyle to reach your goal. And that is something that allows majority of people to lose an average about 0.5 kilo a week or 1 kilo per fortnight, which is not bad when you think about it. If you actually go on short and steady, for those people that are on my 12-week coaching group, they can lose 6 to 8 kilos easily within those 12 weeks. And Brian has been on short and steady, and so has Charmaine, and they've both been able to lose quite a fair bit of inches as well as body fat percentage through it as well. Now the other thing is Fat Shredder. This is actually not for the faint-hearted, I have to say. It's extremely difficult in the sense that you have to really follow quite a strict meal plan. If you are the type of people that say you want to lose 5 kilos in 2 weeks, maybe in 2 weeks you have a wedding to attend, or you are the bride that needs to lose the last 5 kilos, or whatever that you're going to Thailand, or to want to wear your bikinis, then this Fat Shredder might be a good plan for you to get on. However, you can always get into a combination of the different plans. So talk to your coach or myself. We can actually help you ascertain what's the best one for you. Now, this is the 7-day detox, which is a 1-week cleansing system. I would recommend every single person, where you're at, doesn't matter whether you want to gain weight, lose weight, or you're already at your ideal weight, to do this, because everyone, as I mentioned, is subjected to free radicals, and we always have toxins in our body. As long as we breathe, we have toxins. And of course, for those of you who eat a lot more junk food, engineered food, preservatives, and all that kind of food, or even if you exercise a lot more, are you aware that, people who run marathon, because they run so much, they actually are subjected to a lot more free radical attack, hence more toxins in their body. So then this is important. it's actually something that I would recommend at least once a year, but some people actually even do it once a quarter or once every 6 months. Now, for those of you who want to have a kickstart to your weight management journey, then the 7-day detox would be the very first thing that you would do. It's a 4 to 7 day detox cleanse that will curb your appetite. Now, here is what Sarah and Charmaine did talk about when we were on the 30-day jumpstart. In fact, back in April and May, when we had the first wave of the lockdown, we had a campaign called Get Lean During Quarantine. We actually did use this same kit, and with this upcoming one for Spring Slim Down, we're going to be using the same one as well. So this 30-day jumpstart kit has all that you need in order to help you with a really good foundation for reaching your wellness and weight goals. As I mentioned, with the OPC3, the purple powder that I talked about with the pycnogenol, very, very crucial for, cleansing your free radicals, antioxidants, and multivitamins, isochrome, the two flavors of your nutrition shakes, including the chocolate and the vanilla, as well as the ultimate aloe. Now, apart from that, 2 very important tools that will come with this Jumpstart kit include the Jumpstart kit booklet. Now, the booklet is extremely important for you to follow, even though there will be coaches like myself and, very highly qualified, nutritionists, dietitians, and our director of TLS in the group. This kit and the Jumpstart kit booklet has to be there with you. You can't just rely on coaches. Of course, coaches will be there. But the other thing is the tracking sheet, which is the one you can see in front of you, that would work as within the 6 weeks for your particular usage of the journal, like the one that Brian was talking about. So basically with the 30-day jumpstart, the first phase, which is the first 7 days, is the detox cleanse, which will renew and replenish your body so that you have your body ready to then burn fat, which is second phase from day 8 to 30, which is the fat burning. Now, when you do that, then your body will be repaired and reshaped to a point where you really have a good physique, to a better body fat and body composition. As I mentioned, it's not just about the numbers on the scale. Now, here is Maggie Hudson. Maggie Hudson actually did a similar campaign over there in the US when they did their Spring Slim Down at the time, to be ready for her summer body. Can you see before the photo was when she started the campaign, and then the after photo, and she was really ready for summer. You can see that, right? So what she said was she really loved the TLS Jumpstart because it was very easy to follow. The first week, it's 1 to 7 days, and then the second phase with the tracking sheets, she could just print them off and then, follow the tracking to know where she's at. So let me just officially launch, very exciting, our Getting Ready for Summer Spring Slim Down campaign. This is a proven program to help you not only to eat fantastic food like as Sarah said, you actually are going to be eating your new favorite food instead of eating white jasmine rice, which is not healthy because of the sugar content in that rice. She is now having, cauliflower rice. So that is fantastic food. And you will also feel motivated to stay on track because you're actually working alongside with the support of your coaches in that group. And you will feel better, you will look better, you'll get the results that you're looking for. Now, in order to start, the only prerequisite is for you to get the 30-day Jumpstart kit. Let me tell you this. As a certified nutritionist, I normally would charge at least $200 for a 4 to 6 week just on coaching alone, individually or in groups. This one, you will be in a group setting. Of course, I won't be spending one-on-one time with you. Everything will be done within that group. However, that's all you need to pay for is the kit, and you get all those amazing products. So the order deadline for that kit, which is the TLS 30-day Jumpstart, you can either get it from your own website if you are at a UFO, or you get it from the person who invited you that kit, because our campaign officially starts on the 12th of October. So we want to allow 1 week for you to have latest 1 week, the 5th, for you to have the the kit available. So once you actually have the kit, you will have an order number. What you need to do then is to actually get into the Facebook exclusive group to actually answer those questions, and including the order number, so that we know to actually then let you into that exclusive group. Now, in the past, it would just only be me being the only coach, but now with this particular campaign, we have best of the best that will be in that group to be coaching alongside as well. And of course, we're going to have a lot of you from different parts of Australia that will be working together and supporting one another, and like peer mentoring, like what Brian, Charmaine, and Sarah talked about. You can really motivate and inspire one another. Like even for me, as I talked about, Sarah, she's my fellow coach. I learned a lot from her, and her exercise, her food and stuff, really inspired me to get good results in our last campaign, the 30-day Jumpstart. So in a nutshell, if you want to take a photo of this, starting October 12th, if you're ready to reset and spring into action to healthier habits, if you actually want to have some accountability and have some fun as well, and launch your results and journey, but of course, you want to have a better body and healthier body for summer. It's not even just about looking better or feeling better, but also for long term, a good foundation for you to have optimal health. Then this is open to you. Okay, this is open to everyone, the general public, as well as our own unfranchised business owners. So this is a 6-week accountability within, as I mentioned, the exclusive private Facebook group with the TLS directors, which are the people from the US, from Canada, and that will be myself and different coaches that are certified, highly trained, and trainers to be supporting you. And we also have a lot of not only posts on the Facebook group, we would have live video, and we would have all sorts of things in there and resources for you. So if you want to be participating in that, the only thing that is the requirement, without even needing to pay for coaching fee, again, that is at least $200 to $500 worth of savings for you without the coaching fee, is the TLS 30-day Jumpstart Kit. And at the moment, I've been told by the warehouse, there's only limited numbers of the kit available. So once the kits have finished, and if there's not anymore, then we won't be able to accept anymore. So if you really want to be part of this, then I would even recommend that you go onto the website to order, or the person who invited you, and get them to order with you, because when the kits are gone, they're gone. All right. And then number 2, once you actually have the kit, you will have an order number. Then you will answer 3 questions that are in the Spring Slim Down Facebook group. Okay, so it will look something like this. Okay, so this is a private group, where we will be supporting you through the Jumpstart program, daily videos, posts, recipes, exercise tips, Q&A, encouragement, accountability, fun, support, mentorship. If you want to be part of that, then first step, get back to the person who invited you, if you're a guest, or if you are, you have your own account with us, then you order the TLS 30-day Jumpstart Kit. Once you've done that, then you come into the private Facebook group and request to join. This is a private one. It's not open to the public, only those that have, the kit. So then we'll be able to admit you. So that's basically what I'd like to say for today, and spring into action with us. And it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of support and mentorship as well. So if you have any question, I would like you to get back to the person who invited you and ask them, and they can, answer your questions. But otherwise, let me just stop recording. And if you